Hi, welcome to the vlog. I went to the Texas State Fair. It was a lot of fun. It started off super fun. I actually was so overwhelmed because there was a lot going on, but I eventually took out my phone because there was like a random parade which we were not expecting. I went with my boyfriend and my sisters and their partners. Yeah, like I was just enjoying the night, and then suddenly a parade. A parade happened. It was super cute. It was very Texas. Not too long after that, we went to go play games, and not too long, actually, before we even started playing games, there was an active shooter. So we had no idea what was going on. Basically, from my point of view, one of my sisters was taking pictures in a photo booth. The other sister was getting tickets for games and snacks and rides, basically. I was kind of between the two of them waiting, seeing who gets done first. I was just standing there. But as I'm waiting on my sister getting tickets, I was looking their direction, and from behind them, I see a bunch of people running our direction. And time kind of slowed down for a minute. I was like, why are they running? Like, I knew something was up, but also, like, the logical part of my brain was like, is this real? Like, what are they actually running from? I was trying to, like, look to see, is there a thing, a person, an animal, fire? What are they running from? Also so I can know which direction to run if I need to run. But luckily in that moment, as I was like trying to assess the situation, one of my sisters kind of walked in our direction and ran into us. So we were like, okay, let's just move. Let's get out of the way. We don't know what's going on. As we turned to walk away the other direction, we run into my other sister. So luckily all of us were in a group. We kind of run, kind of jog a few booths down, end up hiding behind a booth. We kind of like were trying to, I guess, shelter ourselves. We kind of squatted down and hid behind a booth, and we were trying to figure out what was going on, because at that point there weren't as many people running, but we didn't know, like, we just didn't know anything. Eventually someone kind of walked by kind of fast, and they were saying, oh, there's someone with a gun, or a gun went off, the police have them, they've been caught. At least that's what we were understanding. So we were like, is that true? So we kind of just stood there for a while trying to see if we could maybe get more confirmation, or just anything, really, just waiting for information. It was at that point nobody running. It was a little more quieter, so we were just kind of like, okay, let's wait this out a few minutes. It felt like forever, but it was a few minutes, I think. So we start kind of walking just aimlessly, really, because we're not sure what's going on. So we're trying to get answers, we're trying to figure out what's our next move. And then it happens again. We see another crowd of people running, and we're like, oh God. And like one of them, we're kind of panicking at this point, and one of the people were saying there's an active shooter, and that there's more than one shooter. They caught one but not the other. And so we're like, oh shoot, we got to get out of here, you know? So we start heading towards the exit. Of course, we kind of got there at different times for different reasons. It's a whole story. Don't ever go to Dallas. The traffic is stupid. The parking is stupid. Anyways, we all park different areas. So me and my boyfriend, we go off towards the exit to the right, which was actually pretty close. We were really close to the exit, so we were just like, let's just get out of here. Like, it was as we're walking out trying to exit, we hear over the intercom something about there being an active shooter, that it's under investigation. We didn't know what that meant. We didn't know if that meant that they were caught and that they're looking into it. We didn't know if that meant if there was still someone there was still someone shooting. We didn't know what that meant. We actually split up at that point. My sisters went left, I went right. They ended up getting sheltered in place in the the stadium. I don't know what I think it was I don't know what the building was that they were in, but they got sheltered in place there. So they got stuck in the fair. Me and my boyfriend made it to the car. On the way to the car, once we actually got out of the fair and we were in the parking lot, that's when it really hit me. I started having like a panic attack. So I was like hyperventilating, but at the same time, I didn't want to stop. Like, I can't stop and deal with it. I have to keep running. So here I am, like hyperventilating, but also still like half running, half walking, like speed walking basically to the car. It all hit me once I got out of the fair. Like when I was in the fair, I was like scared, but I think the adrenaline just kept me going. Like I just like, let's just get out of here. Let's just get out of here. I'm telling myself this in my head. Obviously on the outside, I'm just like flat face, not talking, nothing, just walking. So yeah, I get to the parking lot, a few steps out into the parking lot, and that's when the panic attack happens. I keep walking. I know what to do in a panic attack because I have them a lot. So I knew, like, just breathe and it'll pass. So here I am, half out of breath because I'm walking so fast, half out of breath because I'm panicking. So I'm just like trying to deep breathe and make it to the car. We make it to the car. I'm fine. I calm myself down. I'm still deep breathing. I'm trying at this point to get a hold of my sisters because I'm like, I don't know if they made it out. I don't know what's going on. And my phone goes into SOS mode. My phone's in SOS mode. I can't get messages out. I can't get messages in. I can't make phone calls, nothing. Luckily, my boyfriend's phone started working. We used his phone to dial my sister. We got a hold of her, and they were together and they were sheltered in place, and so it's like we can't really do anything, but at least I felt better talking to them. So I was like, okay, well, just keep us updated. Basically, we were just waiting in the parking lot. I was like, we can't leave until my sisters are out. Like, I can't go. Like, we have to wait for them. And so there we are, sitting in the car, just waiting on them. to let us know what happened. Eventually, I did get cell service back, and I was able to message them. They ended up getting released, so they made it to their car. We all head to our hotel, and of course, on the way to the hotel, there was crazy amount of traffic because everyone was leaving at once. Of course, I'm pretty sure they closed it down at that point. Plus, Dallas traffic in general is stupid, and there's toll roads like you wouldn't believe. I don't even know how that works. I'm probably gonna get a bill in the mail for like hundreds of dollars for all the toll roads we took. But anyways, I'm like we're listening to the radio because we didn't know any information, so we're like trying to find anything. So I was flipping through all the FM stations, nothing, and then I switched to the AM stations because I'm like, there's got to be something somewhere. And that's when I found like a news show that was reporting on it, like telling us what they knew from like the authorities, as well as they were taking phone calls from people that were in the fair. So the whole way to the hotel, we're listening. We end up finding out it was, I think, like I guess you could say a domestic fight. Like two people who knew each other ended up, I guess, shooting at each other. I still don't know what happened, but basically it wasn't like an active, like someone running around shooting people. Like it wasn't anything like that. It was like someone who got into an argument with someone else, and I think they both had guns. At that point, I felt, at least a little better, knowing that it wasn't just like this massacre or anything crazy like that. We also heard people telling their side of what they saw and what happened. So there was people telling their stories like, oh, we were, this far away and we heard this happen, and it was just kind of adding to the anxiety, to be honest. After a certain point, I had to turn it off. I was like, okay, everyone made it out. There was, I think no one died. I think it was maybe one injury, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. Either way, it's bad. We ended up making it to the hotel. We just needed to eat something because the night was basically cut short. We didn't get any snacks. We didn't really do much. So we ended up going to get ramen. We tried this new ramen place. I wish I knew what it was, but to be honest, I didn't keep track. I was still in shock, I think, at this point. And I was like, let's do whatever. Usually it's like a whole thing trying to figure out what do we want for dinner and all that. But at this point, I think someone mentioned it and we were all just like, all right, let's go. Like, we didn't argue. We were just like, whatever you want, let's just do it. Whoever wants a thing, let's go. So we got ramen. It was really good. It was very comforting. It was that warm, soupy goodness. I think I got like a miso ramen with tofu. Oh, and it was just the best. It was like exactly what everybody needed. It kind of calmed us all down. We got our ramen. We went back to our hotels. We all went to bed. The next morning, my sisters left. This was in Dallas, so they had to go back home. This was on, I think, Sunday. We still had like $100+ in tickets. So, and because we knew that it wasn't anything crazy, like, because I guess we felt more comfortable going back, we decided to go back to at least use up our tickets. We felt more comfortable going because we knew that the people who did it were in custody, as well as it wasn't like a big event. It was just two people that were fighting with each other, basically. So we felt comfortable going back. We did, and it was a good time. I got to do all the things I wanted to do, at least, which was try fried food, which I got a funnel cake, which I did not film because I was absolutely covered in powdered sugar. It was everywhere. But anyways, I got that. I got a lemonade, and we got to ride the Ferris wheel, which I really wanted. We rode the little, I want to call it a ski lift, but that's not right. Sky lift? I guess it's a sky lift. It takes you, so I didn't know this at the time, but it takes you from one side of the fair to the other. I thought it just went in a big loop, like so you could see the fair, but actually it just takes you from one side to the other. So we had to get off on the other side, which is fine, but we just weren't expecting that. rode this other ride. I don't know what it was, but it basically takes you up. It spins you up slowly so you could see everything. It basically gives you a good view of the entire park, of the Dallas downtown skyline. It's very nice. It's very chill. You just kind of sit there and admire. I really liked that. That was my favorite ride. And then we got snacks, and I think that was about it. We ended up staying there pretty much all night. Sir? Oh yes, the crows. The crow exhibit. Hi, Austin. Hi. home, we stopped in Waco. Yeah, it's the Magnolia Market, I think is what they call it. I don't know the official name for it, but we stopped there. I did get a few clips from that. I think I might edit that separately in a different video, even though it's going to be like a 3-minute video because we didn't stay long. Yeah, we headed home after that, and I'm just happy to be alive. I'm happy that I got to go to the state fair. I would not go back. I would say it's fairly similar to the rodeo here in San Antonio, just because of like the traffic, because of how far it is and what you're going for. I personally, just being from here in San Antonio, don't think it's worth going to the state fair. It was nice to check off the bucket list. You know, I saw Big Tex, took a picture with Big Tex, and got to ride the Ferris wheel. And that's it. Like, I'm done. I'm not going back. It was a good time. I'm glad we went back and had a happier ending than we did on Saturday night. And yeah, I'm going to end the vlog here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'm sorry I talked so much. But yeah, stay tuned for the Magnolia Market vlog. It's probably going to be a short one, but anyways, I gotta go. Thanks for watching. Bye.